YouTube channel, and it's really interesting that there's something really special for why I am doing this particular live stream. This is a live stream, and this is not a recorded session like how I usually post. Right, I usually post a recorded video once a day, and today I just wanted to make sure I don't post a recorded video. Instead, I really wanted to do a live streaming. There is a specific reason for why I want to do this as a live streaming. The reason is very simple. I wanted you all to know that today marks my 100th day of the cybersecurity posting challenge. And when I say 100th day, as you all might be already aware, I have taken up this challenge on January 1 of this year to post one video every single day. Something to relate with cybersecurity, something to do with social engineering, something to do with news that's happening on cybersecurity, something to do with careers, something around in and around cybersecurity is all I am constantly looking to do the whole year. And trust me, when I got started with my first video, I really felt this is too much to even think of. There's too much to even do, and everyone was suggesting that it may not be the right thing to do because you may not even have that much content to talk every single day, is what I was constantly told. But let me tell you, without your support, right? Without your support, without your feedbacks, without your comments, without your likes, without you becoming a subscriber to my channel, I let me tell you, this probably would not be happening. This, you guys are the complete motivation for me for whatever I am doing online, right? So, big shout out to each and every one of you who are a part of my YouTube family, right? And so, having said that, I have also enabled chat in case you want to drop a message on chat. I can respond back to you as well, since this is a live, conversation. So let me tell you this: to keep this particular session or live stream a little more useful and beneficial to everyone, what I thought I'll do is I will actually talk about a very interesting topic. This topic is about the domains in cybersecurity and the certifications that one can opt for in cybersecurity, right? Let me quickly show you a website. This website is called Paul Jeremy, and Paul Jeremy is someone who's really interested in cybersecurity, and he's also made a collection of all the certifications around cybersecurity. Let me tell you, it's specifically around cybersecurity, right? And he has also categorized each and every single certification to a respective domain in cybersecurity, and also told us what certification you can do and what skill set you can improve with cybersecurity and the related domain. Let me quickly show you this. Right, so yeah, so as I told you, the website is pauljeremy.com, right? And here you can actually see it talks about security certification roadmap, right? When I say security certification roadmap, there are broadly few categories here, right? So one is you have a category called communication and network security, right? The other one is IAM, identity and access management. The other one is security architecture and engineering. The other one is asset security. Next, you have security and risk management. Then you have security assessment and testing, software security and operation security. Let's see how many of the categories are there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories. Let me tell you, across the whole globe, right? You pick any cybersecurity certification, it will eventually fall into any of these 8 broad categories. right? So you might already be aware network and communication security is all about TCP, IP, UDP protocols, how data gets transferred, data in transit, data at rest, and what are the potential threats around it, and all that kind of sort, right? Next, you have IAM, which is also related not just to IAM but also PAM, right? PAM is more of not just identity and access management but also permission management, right? Then you have security architecture and engineering. This also includes security by design, right? There is a popular saying, they actually say if you want to have a foolproof security, is it even possible? Let me tell you, it's simply not possible. you know they say the most secure computer is a computer that is switched off. Let me tell you, switched off computers also can be switched on and hacked using certain techniques, right? Like air gapped attack or hair hopper attack and so on, right? Like that, people say computers that are not connected to networks are potentially hackable. I'll tell you, there are attacks with RF frequencies with which you can start communicating to a computer which is not even connected on a network, right? So there is a method out for every single possible potential attack vectors. So when there is a cyber security issue that happens, right, it is going to first disrupt your brand reputation, tarnish the reputation that your brand has developed over the period of time, over the years, right? Number one. Number two, to build that your brand, right, you might have spent close to 10 to 15 years of your lifetime, but to tarnish that, it hardly takes just overnight, right? It just takes hardly overnight. But let me tell you, also talking about the cost of fixing a particular bug before getting compromised, after getting compromised, right? So when you develop an application, when you have the security by design, which is likely the foundational level security, right? So that is when you don't really have to invest a lot when you create this application. But assume you eventually built an application that is now in staging, development and everything, right? Now it is used by 100 people. Say there is a bug that is identified. Say it is used by 1 million people. What if there is a bug identified there, right? And after that bug is identified, think of this. There is a potential attack that can compromise millions of customers' data. Maybe personal information, username, password, credit card numbers, CVV numbers, etc. Right? It can happen. Think of that. If you want to fix that bug after it's got hosted and after it's got compromised, what is the chances that it will be cheap? Right? It's going to be really expensive. First of all, you have to answer every single customer of why you had their data breached, right? And most times than not, customers are not going to listen to you when you say that you lost their confidential data, isn't it? That's why I'm exactly telling you it is very important to understand security by design and fix a bug in the foundation level rather than building the whole thing up, and then when the application is used by hundreds of thousands of people, a critical bug identified can collapse the whole system, right? That's called the security architecture and engineering. Then asset security, it's quite straightforward, right? So how do you safeguard assets? How do you implement certain controls in place, and how do you actually make the system's configuration a lot harder to crack in and all that, right? Then you have security and risk management, right? Security and risk management is really interesting because it is not just about the technology aspects of cybersecurity, but also compliance aspects of cybersecurity, right? Let me tell you this. When I'm saying compliance aspects of cybersecurity, we are talking on a very broad subject. It's called the governance, risk and compliance. They call it GRC, right? So when I'm talking about governance, risk and compliance, think of this, right? there are certain standards in place, right? Say, just a very simple idea, right? Say I as an individual, when I say I have, I'm a CCNA certified. I'm talking about the old school CCNA certified or a CCSA certified. It means that I am an individual who has already worked on Microsoft related or Cisco related, and there is a third party who has audited me, checked my skills, and rated me and given a certification, right? Like that GRC, what it does is there are certain standards which will help an organization get certified based on certain controls in place. Am I clear? Wow. Hey, hi Franklin. Hope you're doing good, Franklin. It's been a really long time seeing your chat message, so you should start posting more messages to me, right? So yeah, talking a little about these GRC, there are a lot of frameworks, a lot of standards in place. You have ISO 27001, you have PCI DSS, you have HIPAA, you have high trust, you have GLBA, you have CCPA. There's so many GDPR, no, so many standards in place or compliances in place, which actually says PCI DSS is Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards, right? Which means that if you are an organization who deals with e-commerce, or to put it in even more easier terms, handle customers' PII data, right? It means that personal identifiable information, PII, right? It means that when you are HIPAA certified, you are telling to the world that I handle this e-commerce customers' data in a certain way, right? This is what we try to communicate, right? Am I clear? Having said that, there is a third party who will audit you and tell you that, hey, you are following the controls, and hey, yes, I can certify you as HIPAA certified or GLBA certified or GDPR certified. GDPR is European Union related certification. CCPA is California Consumer Privacy Act. Each certifications have different purpose, right? And yeah, so talking about security assessment and testing. So this is the most common thing when we talk about cybersecurity. We usually talk about this. Say for example, I have a phone, right? This phone, say, is lost, right? If this phone is lost, I know that it is lost because it's not going to be there, right? It's not going to be there. Likewise, if a data inside my computer is lost, is there something that I can see as an indicator that it's not there? No, my data is also going to be there. It's also going to have a copy elsewhere, right? So what happens is, security testing and assessment are really important services, which is the foundation of most of the cybersecurity related testing, right? So it's usually the penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, configuration audits, all that come here, right? Then you have the software security. In software security, you have SDLC, right, which is the software development lifecycle. What is SSDLC? It's Secure Software Development Lifecycle. So in SSDLC, what happens is, we have security as a foundational layer in every aspect of the chain, right? And that makes it really a strong model to follow than the regular SDLCs, right? Then you have the security operations. When you talk about operations, again, you have so many things, right? Starting from forensics, incident handling, penetration testing, and exploitation on a high level, right? But yeah, today I just wanted to give a briefer about the security certification roadmap, right? And I'll also share you this link. It's pauljermy.com, right? And let me tell you, I am going to continue posting a lot of videos, and in case any of you are interested in wanting me to talk about a specific topic, right, please feel free to drop in a message on the comment below. I'd be more than happy to do that, and I will also create content around the specific area of interest or domain of interest. But let me tell you, me being the cybersecurity guy, I will talk any topic in and around cybersecurity. So feel free to ask me to talk about areas around cybersecurity. I'd be more than happy. Last but not the least, let me also tell you, today marks the 100th day of my 365-day cybersecurity video challenge. And in case each of you find this useful, each of you find this comfortable, and learning something out of this, please do constantly write comments on the section below. I will what I'm thinking is, I'm planning to create or have a meetup that could be organized sometime in the coming months, right? So obviously it's not going to be a paid event or anything. It's just for the followers, as a quick get together, just quick catch up for people who think cybersecurity is your area of interest, or if you want to hear any topic from me, or you want me to show some demos or anything of that sort, please feel free. We'll be more than happy. And always remember, come, let's together make this cyber world a secure place to live, right? All the very best, Tugul. Thank you very much.